Ooh, my tea is hot. I'm just kidding, it's not even tea, it's apple cider. Hey guys, what is up? It's Aime and welcome back to my channel. I do video essays on the intersection between climate change and social justice, and today's video is going to be I'm coming from people's throats. So one of my favorite YouTubers, Tiffany Ferg, I love her so much. She does videos on commentary and she has a couple videos about like influencers and celebrities and overconsumerism, but she hasn't made one specifically on the impact of YouTubers on climate change. So that's what this video is going to be. I'm going to be talking, I split it up into 3 sections. The first part I'm going to be talking about super wasteful trends, like Mr. Beast basically. I'm going to be talking about that whole thing. In part 2, I'm going to be talking about haul videos and how that kind of fuels overconsumerism and kind of how I engage with this content when I used to watch it when I was like in high school or middle school. And then the last part I'm going to be talking about lifestyle inflation and kind of just sharing my opinion on YouTubers as they kind of get more money and how they kind of start to live these super luxurious lives and just kind of how I feel about that. So if you want a super well-researched video where I come with receipts and facts, you can click here. I have tons of videos like that, but this video is more kind of conversational and kind of my opinion. That's why I have my cup of tea. Once again, it's not tea, it's apple cider, but it just feels better to say I have tea that I'm going to spill. This is kind of an internet alas. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna come for Tiffany like that. This is just kind of me analyzing the impact that I think these YouTubers have on consumers and on the planet based on their content and also their lifestyle choices. So I was gonna do a disclaimer like, oh my god, this is just my opinion, but I feel like we're all adults and we can have conversations, we can disagree, we can have different opinions. So if you disagree with my analysis of these YouTubers and their impact on consumers and the planet, you can comment that down below, but I'm not gonna apologize for my opinion, period. I'm not like advocating for you to like harass anyone or to like send hate to these YouTubers, but this is just my opinion and I said what I said and I'm not going to apologize for that. Okay, so first, Mr. Beast. So if you don't know who Mr. Beast is, he's basically a YouTuber who does like super clickbaity, like I'd say not clickbaity, like he does what he puts in the thumbnails, but all his videos are basically to get views. Like his videos are super outrageous and super crazy, and that's why people watch him. And I used to watch like I think it wasn't that maybe like a couple of weeks or so where I watched some of his videos and they're kind of entertaining, but after a while you just kind of start to realize that there's a pattern and most of his videos are so wasteful. There's some that are just like challenges, like last one to like get out of the Tesla wins the Tesla or something like that, where it's not like super wasteful, but there's some of his videos where it's just pure waste and there's so much like psychologically, like you have to like understand how much like he consumes just for a single video and just to get millions of views. And like yes, it's making money, but like it's so wasteful. And I remember there's like I'll try to see if I can find him, but there's this TikTok person that I found that was like trying to like go viral. He did end up going viral and he kind of had similar Mr. Beast type videos where it would just be like, I think there's one where he like put sticky notes all over a room. There's one where he like stacked, was it Solo cups? I think he like stacked red Solo cups and then like drove through it, and like all of those cups, like obviously you can't use them at that point, they're pointless. And think about like how much like wasted plastic, wasted energy went into creating these things just so he can like drive through it. Like these videos do have an audience, like they do I guess make someone entertained and happy, but we should move away from being entertained by things that are just pure waste. Like those TikToks where there was one where this girl put glitter all over, I think like she broke up with someone, and so like when she was like giving him his stuff back, she like put glitter all over it, and just like that's just so wasteful. Like why? I don't think we should be entertained by these kinds of videos, and we need to move on. We just need to move on. So part 2, haul videos. So this is where kind of I used to love haul videos when I was younger, like middle school, high school. I loved haul videos. So the kind of negative impact that I think haul videos have are they contribute to like making people want to buy things. And especially like when I was younger, like I used to watch like people like Bethany Moda, My Life as Ava, Alicia Marie, like YouTubers like that would do like the super fun like DIY videos and like haul videos. And I loved like back to school hauls. Those were big. I loved watching those. Like I would just binge those kinds of videos. Back to school at like the supplies haul, like that got me into the back to school spirit, and I loved watching those videos for that. But I think the issue with these kinds of videos is I tried kind of looking into the impact that these videos might have on consumers, but like YouTube is so new that there's not a lot of research on these things. So I'm just borrowing from my own experience, so if you have a different experience, let me know. But when I watched these videos like growing up, they made me want to consume. Like they made me want to go and buy a lot of things. Like you want to like go and buy things and like wear similar outfits and just be like the kinds of YouTubers that you watch. But I just think these kinds of videos are they fuel overconsumerism, or at least like from my point of view, they made me want to buy things that I did not need. This might just be because I stopped watching these kinds of YouTubers, but I don't think these kinds of haul videos are happening as frequently. The only issue is they like I've seen a rise in it over the past like year or so with TikTok, because shein just has exploded, especially since the pandemic. I don't know why, because I thought like when I got into sustainability, like I watched the True Cost and I stopped supporting fast fashion. But like I noticed like since TikTok, shein has kind of exploded and has become more and more popular. And it's really disappointing to say, because I thought we were getting to a place where people wouldn't want to like keep supporting companies like this, or at least wouldn't do hauls, because there's a difference between someone not being able to afford like a $100 t-shirt from a sustainable brand versus someone buying like 30 pieces from Shein because they're super cheap. Like if you're doing a $500 haul from Shein, like don't try to pretend it's because you can't afford sustainable clothing. I think it's important that we don't scapegoat poor people for our decision to support fast fashion. Like these hauls, these like Shein hauls are just purely because people want to consume more, and Shein is cheap, so that's why people do it. So I think there's a difference between like buying some pieces versus doing a $500 Shein haul and uploading a video. Like these videos used to be super popular. Oh, I'm getting apple juice all over me. These kinds of videos are not because these YouTubers can't afford sustainable clothing. They're doing it to be able to like, obviously like it's a very clickable thing, and I don't like it. And I thought we were getting to a place where we're gonna stop supporting these kinds of stores, but I feel like over the past year or so since the pandemic, these stores are becoming more and more popular, and it's really disappointing to see. So the final thing that I kind of wanted to touch on is kind of my opinion and kind of what I see when it comes to lifestyle inflation. So if you don't know what lifestyle inflation is, it's basically as you get more money, you obviously like expand and you like buy more things, you get a bigger house, blah blah blah, you buy a car, blah blah blah, all that kind of stuff. And it's really disappointing to see. I mean, I'm not surprised, because I'm sure this happens in all industries. Like doctors probably experience lifestyle inflation. Anyone like who gets big, like a celebrity, even like a celebrity, like if someone becomes an actress, like they're gonna experience lifestyle inflation. This is something that basically happens to everyone, I'm sure. I've technically experienced lifestyle inflation, even though I went from being a broke college student to now being a broke regular adult. I've experienced lifestyle inflation since I now have money to actually spend on things, like rather than literally having all my money go towards tuition. What happens when YouTubers experience lifestyle inflation is they buy a mansion. Obviously, this isn't all YouTubers. This, like, a lot of my critique isn't on all YouTubers. It's on specific YouTubers and specific genres on YouTube. A lot of, like, YouTubers, as they become more affluent and they make more money, they buy a big house, which I have a video all about sustainable housing if you want to like get into why that is an issue. They buy a big house, they buy a car, they start to travel more, and obviously that uses up a lot of energy, and it's just as they expand their income, they also expand their carbon footprint. So obviously, like, I'm not telling people how they should or shouldn't spend their money, but once again, like, as consumers of this kind of content, I don't see anything wrong with being disappointed with how your favorite content creators, their negative impact on the planet. Especially, like, there's definitely levels to this. Like, I don't see anything, like, there's one of my favorite YouTubers, she is Canadian and she does like book videos, and she like recently bought a house. I don't see, like, there's nothing wrong, it's just like a regular house. Like, my family lives in a house, there's nothing wrong with that. But there's other YouTubers who buy a mansion, like Jeffree Star, for example. His house is way too big. He's one person. He does not need that. That is horrible. He like flies private jets. Like, that is horrible. Like, one thing that I do appreciate though is the success of Tesla as like a car company, because obviously it's an electric car company. Like, I hate Elon Musk just like the rest of y'all, but the popularity of Tesla is so great because it's an electric car, and the fact that it's like the YouTuber car now. Like I said, this video is kind of inspired by Tiffany Ferd and her kind of internet analysis videos, but she kind of gained a lot of success over the past couple of years, and I haven't really seen her start flying private jets and like start getting Gucci and all that kind of stuff. I'm sure there are some YouTubers who literally came from nothing, and as they gain money, obviously they're going to like get a better place to live, maybe get a car if they need one for the area that they live in. But I think there is a difference between that versus just overshooting it. So I hope you guys enjoy just me chatting about overconsumerism when it comes to YouTubers, both in terms of the kind of ideas they perpetuate towards viewers, like basically, hey, you need to buy more things, and also the kind of overconsumerism the YouTubers themselves have as they get more and more money. I hope like this video wasn't meant to like diss on anyone. I didn't really like name names other than like Mr. Beast and like Jeffree Star, which I don't feel bad, like they're not coming, like I don't know if those people are ever gonna watch this video. This wasn't to shame anyone, like I mentioned, like there are levels to a lot of this. Like, not all YouTubers are the same, and not even all haul videos are the same. Like, I do thrift hauls a lot. I don't see anything wrong with that, because that's it's not perpetuating negative consumer culture. I definitely see the nuance, but I also just kind of wanted to share my thoughts on the overconsumerism that YouTubers engage in, and also the overconsumerism that they present to their viewers to kind of get them. I also didn't really touch on like sponsorships and ads and the kinds of how that can kind of perpetuate overconsumerism as well, but there's definitely something there as well. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it. Also, thank you so much for my Patreons for helping me make amazing content. On Patreon, I post extra videos. I also post like behind the scenes. I do polls on like video topics you guys want me to cover and different things like that. So definitely click the link below and go to my Patreon if you want to support my channel. I'm going to have a link down below on my Twitter and my Instagram, and you can also subscribe if you enjoyed this video at all. It's Earth Month, which is so great, so don't forget to recycle. That being said, thank you so much for listening and watching this video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye everyone.